Who is Elena Mouser? Elena Mouser is a celebrated name in the world of fashion. Married to Fox News anchor and author Greg Gutfeld, Elena Mouser is a Russian model and fashion designer. In addition, Elena Mouser is also an entrepreneur who owns her fashion brand called Mouser Project. An acclaimed fashion stylist, Elena's work has been credited in many magazines all over the world. Please subscribe to our channel and support us. Early life, parents, and upbringing. Raised in a middle-class Russian household, Elena Mouser spent most of her childhood in London despite being born in Russia. Besides this, the entrepreneur has not divulged the details regarding her parents' names and their occupations. Being raised in a middle-class family meant that Elena learned the importance of hard work from an early age. These values definitely helped her in pursuing her dreams and contributed to her eventual success. Even as a child, Elena had a keen interest in fashion and designing. When it comes to siblings, Elena Mouser has a sister named Victoria Mouser. She also has a niece named Varvara Medina, who she frequently features on her social media. Unlike Elena, Victoria likes to remain away from the spotlight. Elena Mouser birthday. Elena Mouser was born on the 26th of August 1982. She was born in Russia to middle-class parents. Elena Mouser horoscope. Since Elena was born on the 26th of August, her zodiac sign is Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, and people having this horoscope are deeply rooted in the material world. As a Virgo, Elena Mouser is logical, practical, and systematic in her approach to life. Nationality, ethnicity, and religion. Elena Mouser is a Russian national. Likewise, she belongs to Russian ethnic background. When it comes to her religion, the exact details remain unavailable at the moment. However, Elena's husband Greg Gutfeld has described himself as an agnostic atheist on several occasions despite being raised as a Roman Catholic. This indicates that both Greg and his wife Elena are probably non-religious. Educational background. Elena gained much of her early education from London, UK. After completing her education there, Elena moved to New York, USA, and enrolled in the Fashion Institute of Technology to study fashion designing. After receiving her undergraduate degree from the Fashion Institute of Technology, Elena worked in the field of fashion for some years. She decided to further educate herself, and in 2015, Mouser enrolled in Parsons School of Design located in New York, USA. At Parsons, Elena studied fashion apparel design. Height, weight, and measurements. Considering the fact that Elena Mouser has previously worked as a runway model, there is no doubt that she is pretty tall. The fashion designer is 5 feet and 10 inches tall. In fact, Elena towers over her own husband, who is reportedly only 5 feet and 5 inches tall. The slim beauty weighs approximately 55 kilograms, and her measurements are 32-24-35. Such measurements combined with her impressive height definitely make Elena look like a supermodel. Furthermore, Mouser has brown eyes and black-colored hair. This further adds to her eye-catching looks. Relationships and dating history. Up until now, the only relationship of Elena Mouser which the public is aware of is her relationship with journalist and author Greg Gutfeld. Apart from this, Elena has not discussed much regarding her past boyfriends and dating history. Elena met Greg Gutfeld in London in 2004. At that time, Elena worked as a photo editor for Maxim Russia, and Greg worked as an editor for Maxim UK. In an interview, Greg described falling in love with Elena on their first meeting itself. He said, "When I saw her, I said to the editor of Maxim Russia, 'Who is this woman?' And I foolishly hit on her for 3 days. She was pretty cold to me, and finally, I asked her out on a date. After some time, Greg asked Elena on a date. Elena too fell in love with Greg and later left Russia to move in with him in London. After a brief courtship of 5 months, Elena and Greg decided to get married. The two of them went to New York and got married in a civil wedding ceremony. Their wedding was a low-profile affair, and even to this day, photos of Elena and Greg's wedding remain unreleased. Greg Gutfeld and Elena Mauser have been married for almost 17 years. The couple is enjoying marital bliss, and the two of them often gush about each other on their respective social media accounts. Elena Mauser and Greg Gutfeld. Elena Mauser is often associated with Fox News anchor Greg Gutfeld. She is Greg Gutfeld's wife. Greg Gutfeld's full name is Gregory John Gutfeld. He was born on the 12th of September, 1964. Greg is 18 years older than his wife Elena Mauser. Gutfeld is an American television host, producer, and author. He is the host of the show Gutfeld. Gaining worldwide fame, Greg Gutfeld hosted the late-night talk show Red Eye on Fox News Channel from 2007 to 2015. Greg Gutfeld is also the author of books such as The Plus, Self-Help for People Who Hate Self-Help, The Gutfeld Monologues, Classic Rants from the Five, How to Be Right, The Art of Being Persuasively Correct, The Joy of Hate, How to Triumph Over Whiners in the Age of Phony Outrage, and The Bible of Unspeakable Truths. Children. Despite being married for over a decade, Elena Mauser and Greg Gutfeld do not have any children. They have not clarified whether they decided against having children out of choice or due to some underlying medical problem. Elena Mauser career. Modeling career. A fashion enthusiast from a young age, Elena Mauser has not only worked behind the scenes as a fashion designer, but has also strutted on the runway for prominent designers. Kickstarting her fashion career, Elena stepped into the world of glamour as a model. However, she was not able to achieve much success, due to which she ultimately quit modeling and decided to become a fashion stylist instead. Nevertheless, in a photo shared by Elena on her Instagram account, Elena hinted that she may have revived her modeling career. In May 2015, Mauser modeled for fashion designer Stella McCartney, as she shared her stylish photo, where she wore the glasses designed by McCartney. Fashion journalism career. After quitting modeling, Elena Mauser began working for Maxim Russia as a photo editor. Her work entailed collaborating with the fashion magazine's UK counterpart. During one of Maxim's international conferences in the UK, Elena met her future husband Greg Gutfeld, who had just been appointed the editor-in-chief of Maxim's UK edition. Elena worked with Maxim for some time before her ultimately relocating to the UK in order to be with Greg. They left London in 2006 since Gutfeld's Maxim contract had expired that year. Fashion stylist career. Currently, Elena Mauser works as a fashion stylist. The talented lady often assists influential fashion brands and magazines in styling their models. Many of Mauser's work as a stylist has been printed in magazines globally. In August 2015, she styled the cover look for Elle Official Azerbaijan. Likewise, she also lent her fashion knowledge and styled for Elle Official Azerbaijan's Parisian counterpart in 2014. Additionally, Mauser worked as a stylist for an editorial in the South China Morning Post magazine titled Rustic Femininity. Furthermore, Elena styled for Harper Bazaar Mexico's editorial look named Volumen Extremo. Entrepreneurial career. Since 2011, Elena Mauser has been running her own fashion business called Mauser Project with her sister Victoria. Mauser Project's showroom is headquartered in Moscow, Russia. The brand allows high-class clients to rent expensive designer clothes and accessories for 15 to 20% of their real value. For reasons unknown, the brand is temporarily closed at the moment. Elena Mauser style. Since Elena is a celebrated designer and fashion stylist, there is no doubt that her personal style too is quite extraordinary. The former model is often seen wearing expensive designer clothing along with more affordable pieces. Her personal style could be best described as simple and elegant with an edgy touch. Elena effortlessly combines classic white t-shirts and skinny jeans with eye-catching accessories and trendy outerwear. Undoubtedly, her tomboyish outfits coupled with a hint of femininity establish Elena Mouser as a trendsetter and a true diva. Net worth, income source, and lifestyle. Elena Mouser is estimated to have a net worth of $2 million. Much of her earnings come from her work as a fashion designer, model, and fashion stylist. In addition, her company Mouser Project 2 stands as a major income source for the entrepreneur. Elena's journalist husband Greg Gutfeld has an impressive net worth of $13 million. The two of them have a combined net worth of $15 million, which surely proves that Elena and Greg are a power couple. As a result, it would not be wrong to say that Elena's lifestyle is quite lavish and glamorous. Elena Mouser social media. Instagram. On Instagram, Elena Mouser is active under the username Elena Mouser. Her account has over 16.1k followers and contains 744 posts to date. Moreover, Elena herself follows 636 accounts. Elena Mouser posts well-styled photos including pictures of her luxury purchases, travel, and photos of herself with friends and family. She also occasionally uploads photos with her author husband Greg Gutfeld. Apart from her primary account, Elena also has an Instagram account dedicated to her business Mouser Project. The brand's Instagram handle is Mouser Project. It has 6,218 followers and 510 follows along with 750 uploads made till now. Twitter. Joined in June 2011, the fashion entrepreneur also has a Twitter account. Elena Mouser's Twitter username is Elena Mouser. Her account has 2,049 followers and Elena herself follows 37 other accounts. Unfortunately, the account has been inactive since March 2017. For more update visit celebcritics.com.